Good morning. All right, let's get back to this. Let's see where we left this off. Hey, Tom, good morning. How are you? Let's see. Good morning, Space Noise. Good morning, Joe. Yeah, the error comment is absolutely. I had no interest in making it accurate. I just wanted to get it done and just kind of paint it and either make it into a paint mule or just do something fun with it. Pass. And thank you for taking it off my hands. I'm going to make it accurate and give it a nice paint job. God bless you, Tom. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with it. Yes, and you chuck the interior and landing gear. I'm not sure if they got chucked. Have you looked inside the box? I thought I tried to piece everything together. It is possible that things got tossed, but it's not like there was much of an interior to it. And I'm not kidding you about that. Okay. Squeeze everything over. There we go. A couple of my spare bottles of thin cements. And that's all it had? Yeah. Oh, Gundam-ish figure. You could do that. Dude. There was a small Gundam figure inside? Oh, that's kind of cool. It might not have been Gundam. Maybe it was actually like I don't know. No idea. Look at that. Now you're the proud owner of a little Gundam figure too. It's kind of cool idea. Giving it to Emma. Nice. How's Emma doing? Does she enjoy the hopefully the trip home? Did you guys hit any of the countryside? Not on social, can't show you. And since I'm not on social, you can't show me. She enjoyed it. Good. That's all that matters. Let's put those away. Okay. Hey, Peter. Good morning. How are you? Oh, man. I took yesterday off. I can't imagine if I did not. And I have been posting. Again, you have or have not been posting. Got my daughter this week. We've been having a bunch of fun. Hold it. Jasmine is staying with you guys. Is that correct, Joe? I think I got her name right. First time you pronounce somebody's name, it's like, did I get it right? By the way, I am going to do a little rant in a little bit. Okay. So we got that done. This done. Let's just take a look at this whole enchilada. So much good stuff. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Sorry, Jocelyn, not Jasmine. Thank you for correcting me, Joe. We've been having a ball, went for walks on the weekend and got a bunch of candy at the penny store. Ooh. Wish I was invited to that. She likes her Smarties. Nice. My wife is also a bit of a, she likes Smarties and sweet tarts. So we have a few people popped in so far. Love it. Yeah, I haven't seen anything on any photos yet. I'm waiting for us to upload our photos. George is more of a Necco wafer kind of guy. Ah, the good old days of Necco wafers. Blah. Those are one of those things like, oh, this is really tasty. Like after you have one, the second one's like, maybe not as tasty. By the third one's like, I'm done with this. What's going on, Ray? Now that Ray's here. Sure, it's not. Now that Ray is here. Ray, are you watching? I'm getting a light flashing. I think one of my lights might be failing. Huh. How cool is that? Not. Ray, you ready? Circus peanuts. Oh, those things are awful. I don't even know what those things are and what they're supposed to taste like, but they're just god awful. Yes, doing breakfast chores. Excellent. Good for you. So, couple things. First of all, I had a good conversation at PatCon with one of the amps guys, and he handed me one of these tokens. They're supposed to be the first marshmallow. God, they were awful. Hey, Mike, good morning. So, by the way, if anybody missed it, that and this file, glass file, and a sash that unfortunately didn't have Princess written on it were very thoughtful gifts from Ray, and I appreciate it, Ray, very much. A little something to take the edge off. Well put. I'm going to put it just like that in with my glass files. What's going on, Mike? Good morning. I'm actually, in fact, I call myself Princess of PatCon. But I appreciate it. And everybody who looked at it's like, you're wearing a crown. I go, yes, I am. It's actually a good conversation starter. So anyway, thank you for the tiara. Thank you for the sash, and thank you for the glass file. I wish I could have spent a little bit more time with you guys, but I appreciate that you guys made the trip and the very thoughtful gifts. So thank you, right? Anyway, did have a chance to talk to the Amps guys. Amps is competitor to IPMS, more armor based. You know, we do 1, 2, 3. They do gold, silver, bronze judging. In the end, guess what? We build scale models. So good conversation. They have their meetings at the museum, and he just wanted to kind of like, hey, maybe we can talk and see if we can do some cross pollinating, of course. So it was good. Anyway, So one of the I've got two songs running in my head. He's going to pop. Watching people get the joke when I handed out the files was fantastic, and watching a couple not get the joke. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like, I don't get it. Well, he's going to. All right. So Mike is aware of this. Mike Gordon's aware of this. So I guess the show was fabulous. And I'm not saying that whatever the joke is flew right over my head. Are you serious? How can it go over your head? Take the edge off? I mean, come on. It's a file. Anyway, so the show was fabulous. I heard from so many people, including a couple at the end who were like, you know, we had so much fun. It brought a certain love of, oh, you might have needed coffee first. I don't know, Tom. So everything was great. This couple at the end were just like, you know, we're so thankful for this. You know, next year I think we may even participate. My son's going to participate. We brought, you know, we had this, I don't know, 5-minute conversation of, you know, how much they enjoyed and how it seems to be something that's pulling people in. And in fact, you know, when I think about, and I'm going to go on a little, can't tell if that light's starting to flicker or not. And I'd like, particularly people who've either been to shows or particularly came to this one, I'd like to think that these shows pull people in, right? They're designed to make everything enjoyable. It's a passion that we share, and as a club, we're trying to expand it beyond the competition, to do the kids make and take, the seminars, the reception the night before, you know, just all the fun stuff, going to see the vendors, doing the raffle. All of this stuff is meant to be fun. It's an extension of the hobby, but it's meant to personalize it so everybody has fun. It's like going to a circus. It's like going to a county fair. Why would you do any of that stuff? It's designed to be fun. I'm surprised you're pretty tall to have something go over your. Let's see if that one went over his head. So yesterday I was dealing, and I'm not kidding you, I took the day off and I was thinking I'm going to get some rest and do some stuff. And from moment go, all night last night, all right through the entire day, I was dealing with blowback because of something that happened with judging. That's what we do. We do here to all old-fashioned fun. Exactly, Richie. Emma was surprised to see one Lego on display. Yeah, Legos are. You know, here's the thing: Legos are part of the. We have people who are like, well, they're not part of what we do. I'm like, yeah, they are. They might not be in the competition, but of course they are. Morning, Nick. What's going on, brother? Something happened in judging. So I'm not going to litigate it. But yes, a couple of our judges did a lifted up model high, looked underneath it, and shining a flashlight. And of course, a couple people took photos of that and then posted it online. So we are now basically going through a San Marcos 2023 IPMS Nats moment. So yesterday, I'm spending the day doing damage control. Hey, Damien, good morning. So here's the thing of it, and this is the part about I'm not going to litigate the situation. And I had a great conversation with my mentor Don Johnson over in Western Mass. Had a long conversation with Dwayne. I had a number of conversations, email conversations with the e-board. I managed to get done with the other models could bring when Comic-Con comes. Oh, nice. You understand the flashlight, but not picking it up. Damage control, I've been there. Yep. Wondering, are you okay with picking it up or not? So here's the thing, guys. I'm not going to, like I said, discuss the is it good or not. I think the unfortunate part is that what you have, y'all don't have a meeting with the judges on the no-nos. So, okay. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you guys to table the conversation just for a second, just and hear me out. And then when we can continue with it, because I will try to answer all these questions because they're all excellent questions. I don't want to litigate the situation. Do I think it's right or wrong? It's immaterial. As a group, we do not have rules based on that. In fact, when we were talking as an e-board yesterday, a couple of the members, there is no rule that says we cannot pick up a model and you cannot pick it up and look at it. There is no rule. So maybe that's the mistake that we have. We have no rule for that. However, rule or not, and I reached out to a couple of the car guys as well, as I'm becoming more invested in helping them out as well. Classic Plastic with their Gundam judging this coming weekend. I've had an awesome conversation with Jason, Blue Ox Model Shop. Really nice guy, like a super nice guy. Mike, back me up on that. I know you know him. He is a terrific, terrific person. It's a sticky wicket. It is that. What happened? I don't know what's going on. You're hearing about it right now. So the whether I believe or whether the group believes that this is right or wrong, it's immaterial. It has happened now. And what ends up happening in situations like this is you have a group mentality. Oh my God, this is so evil. So I went on one of the I forced myself back onto Facebook yesterday to have to respond in a group chat to a bunch of guys who were sitting there and vilifying and saying you should never touch a model. It's unacceptable to touch a model at all. And all the way down to it is unacceptable to pick up a model and look underneath it. And for a lot of people, they were just being straight up nasty, which is unfortunate because the owner of the account basically says, be respectful. Now, nobody was disrespecting me, at least, which I'm appreciative of, but be respectful in how you're treating people, particularly when they're not there to fire up. Jason's a very nice guy, very reasonable. Yeah, Mike, I got to tell you, thank you for introducing me to him. I actually complimented you during my email exchange with him. I'm really looking forward to being part of Classic Plastic model show this weekend. So here's what it comes down to. My focus is a lot on I'm very much into the optics of a situation. Personally speaking, if that's what people take away from the entire show, and we've heard blowback through, not only your shirt looks good, it's a great shirt. I love this shirt. It matches my tiara. If this is what people take away from the show, then we need to kind of nip it in the bud. And that's what I've been working on very much to try to get pulled back. I think in terms of conversations internal, we have to suss out what's a yes and what's a no. And I am going to answer at least part of that in just a second and I'll break it down in a second. So you got that part of it, but I don't want people to ever take away. And this is the unfortunate thing. It's like what you end up having happen is you have people who then come out of the woodwork and just say, see, this is why IPMS is bad. In fact, one of the people who wrote on the Facebook said, this is why I don't care for IPMS and I've lost faith in humanity. And I'm like, this is the reason why you've lost faith in humanity, because people pick up models? Dear sweet Jesus, man, I don't know what kind of short fuse you've got, but boy, oh boy, that's not a good place to be. So there is that. But turning that around, we put together a fabulous show. And I'm not saying that because of me being the president of the club. We put together a fabulous show. Everybody who came up to us afterward was like, you guys did great. Thank you so much. The amount of compliments we got from the museum, all the way down to the patrons, all the way down to the contestants, the vendors. Mike had a very good thing to say to us, and I appreciated it. All of that stuff. So to have one little incident like this taken out of, maybe not fully out of context without an understanding, it's really unfortunate. I don't bring up anything when judging. I had one fall apart on me. Luckily, it was a friend, so we talked, and he eventually laughed because it was such a hand grenade. Most of these Facebook groups are mostly people who never touch grass. I think you're 100% right, Richie. Isn't there an option for the builder to say, please don't pick up my model? I like the cardboard circles you provided. It was a very nice touch. Yay. So here's so guys, there's two things. And I talked to, like I said, I talked to Don, and I think we have a good plan. I think there's two types of touching. Okay. I'm going to leave this. There's the, hey, Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne, surprisingly enough, guess what we're talking about? Good morning, brother. I think there's two types of what's acceptable. And the first is, Tony, good morning. How are you? How you feeling, brother? I think those are the bitching and are very small minority. Oh, they are. But unfortunately, as we all know, minorities in particular, when they're ridiculously vocal, can be very destructive. So we have to be on top of this. So the first thing is, I'm not going to talk about judging. I need to get more information from car guys, Mike, talk to Jason, talk to our internal guys, and try to figure this thing out. But is touching, like physically touching a model, acceptable? And my opinion is yes. So I will throw this out. Do I think you should pick up a model and look at it underneath? I can't answer that, but I needed to move models in order to clear space for something on the table. Doing good, still potty training. Oh, I'm sure that's going to take a little bit of time. I think it would be good to talk to some of the modelers involved. Absolutely. And we're talking to the car guys in particular, since it impacted their community more so. Do I think we can move models? I think the answer is yes. I do that all the time with the Gundam category. And we did that with the figure category because we needed to create space in order to get things, to create space for other models to fit. We have to guess at how much table space we're going to need for certain models. And if we start to exceed that, then what are we supposed to do? Tell people, sorry, table's full, you can't put something down? And the answer is no. We're going to, if there's space that we can wrap things around, we'll start shifting things down. So we very gently move models over. I've had to do that in just about every show I've ever been in, and it makes me nervous. If there's a model that is fragile, I will find the person who owns it and just say, you got to move this thing. I won't do it. As an example, Brian Denklo had the flea there, and he was setting it up, and we're about to move stuff. Say, hey, Brian, before you finish, can I ask you to just wait a second, and then maybe you can build it and finish it a little bit further over? Oh, yeah, of course. Great. There we go. Talk to some of the models. Yep. Time. They know. If you don't want your model touch, write it down or don't enter it. What I read last night was that moving them for space is okay. I had to move my kit 4 times. Exactly. And that's a necessity. Okay. Here's the other part I'm going to throw out. And this is part of the logistics part of it. So there's only so much space on a table. People put models in the front row. There's sometimes a middle row, and there's a back row. I will say, if you want to check off a box that says, you know what, you don't want your model touch and it's in the back row, I'm going to take a look at it and I say, I don't see anything there, but I can't tell for certain. The models in the front row are going to get better judged. And that one in the back might have done better, but the ones here I can see, the ones in the front are going to roll. So you're saying the ones closest to me are the ones that are going to be acceptable for passing muster? I think that's a disservice to the modeler. So I think that you need to be able to have a judge move your models. On this vision, people were moving little models into the other, and the whole place was packed. It was too much going on. Okay. The Batwing was like relocated to another county. Don't want it touched. Put it under glass. We actually had a model under glass, but we moved the whole base around. We took the glass off to view the model, and we spun it from its base. We tried to oddball our table spaces to add our events display, but plus people building. Yeah. Good evening. What's going? Oh, busy day for Edwin. Yeah. Unfortunately. So here's the funny part. At the very end of the show, I actually talked to Ryan, the guy who heads the museum, or at least this part of the museum. And the conversation was rather interesting. It's like, Ryan, I've got a hangar here and I might be running out of space. He's like, yeah, can we do more? And Dwayne and I talked about possibly repositioning things a little bit. The Batwing was amazing. The Batwing was beautiful. The finish work on the Batwing was great. Could we be doing more? We could probably move some tables around, but we could theoretically run out of space. Guys, we went from 500 models the year before approximately to close to 800 this year. That was not expected. I expected a growth. I didn't expect that kind of growth. I liked Ed 209 better. Oh, did you? It's a great case for being more specific in process. Yeah. So here's the thing. If you do, I'm not going to say, should a judge pick up the model, look underneath it? I can't answer that right now. But I will say, I can answer for myself personally, but I'm not going to. But I do think that if you put your model on the table and we are going to need to move it, we're going to move it. And I think that is an acceptable thing to get done. And if, and maybe we do need a sign off. Maybe it's like, you know what? I approve my model being moved. Okay. And if you don't, then we are going to try to track you down and we're going to have you move it. But when you're called, you're going to have to come down and move it. And there are a number of times when we call people just to get us their number on their forms because they didn't. Well, I don't know who the contestant is who submitted a model. They didn't come down. Guess what? You're disqualified. Another model event. I want you to do a live stream in it. I really want to see how's a looking side. The camel was great too. There were all sorts of great models there. I did post yesterday on our YouTube channel, Blue Ox's YouTube page. He got a lot of that stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of great stuff there. Yeah, I would table the conversation, keeping things easier until you have clarity. Yeah, there's no reason to discuss that part of it. That was a huge, beautiful piece. I like the, I think the camel is the bug-eyed one with the one that had the eyeball on it. It's called Progression Patcon Growing. Hopefully you have 1,000. If we're close to 800, between 750 and 800 this year, I think it's possible that next year we could hit that number. From all the feedback we have gotten, I'm going to be sending out an email to everybody who attended. You can wind up making it. I did not see Ken. Yeah, so I think we do have progress, but I think right now we are the largest show in the New England area for certain, and possibly in the Northeast, at least from an IPMS perspective. I can't speak for other shows. You know, I think we're kind of putting ourselves on the map. Here's the only thing, and I'm not trying to sell anybody on, hey, back me up on this. That's not my point. I know that there are probably people here who are absolutely, you never touch a model and you don't turn it over and look at the other side. I get that. And I'm not saying, but I think once again, what ends up happening, including an email that I saw come through, that was so vindictive. How can you allow a show like this to happen? And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's one aspect, dude. That's not the whole thing. So you're catching a sliver of a moment. There's a walking space thing with the spherical pod for the driver. Yeah. And it had an eyeball over it. Guess what I managed to phone on eBay? 46,000. Let's get the space train in the galaxy. Get the space train, the Galaxy Express. Hold it. I'm sorry. I'm completely not understanding, Damien. Did you get a Galaxy Express? I don't understand the dollar figure, but do interviews too for the YouTube channel. We started doing that at our events with Eddie, interviewing a few people. Yeah, I think what I need to do, Richie, is exactly that. I started it and I will do some of it. I can't do all of it. And right now it's like I'm wearing too many hats and I cannot become the guy who does all of that. I need to find a person or two who can actually do some of that video stuff. But yes, you're 100% right. Sales-wise for us, second best model show for us, not just Patcon. All the shows we've 10, the best show for us. 22 PatCon. Really? Yeah, I can imagine. That was the post-COVID PatCon, right, Mike? Guess what I managed to find on eBay. Galaxy Express train for 400. It's a little more than I want to pay. I think I missed that, right? Anyway, so with that, I'm sure you're going to be hearing more scuttlebutt about a lot of this stuff, but I just wanted people to kind of hear kind of a lot of this stuff out. But the show was fabulous, and there will always be people who will want to find ways of putting you down, putting down your group, putting down you, putting down the organization, both at the local and larger level, because honestly, they have nothing else. It was such a good show. Yeah. And, and here's the thing, and that's kind of what we want to do. Are we perfect? What's that line? Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. I want to target perfection, but I can't expect perfection. But I can certainly expect having a really, really good show. And I think we had that. So thank you, Dwayne. I wish I stayed to the end. I wish you did too. It was actually really fun. The raffle stuff went really, really well. Watching Tim win, Tim Sestari is one of our members. He won the tank ride. Watching him like kind of jump a little bit. Oh my God, that's me. Was an awesome thing to see. He was so ecstatic. It's not about this show. Oh, 100. Yeah. Right. This is just a symptom in their disease. Would that be a good way of putting it, Dwayne? Nick wasn't there, so I've got his vacuform kits. Oh, yeah. You know what? Hey, Ray, you and I need to meet up at some point because I got stuff I need to send to Nick as well. So let's plan on doing a meetup and doing that. Bad case of plastitis. Exactly. It's about judging concerns in general and maybe those specific judges and how they handle the situation. I would actually take it. I wouldn't take it in that direction at all. I would say it's people who are looking for a fight over something that and willing to be, literally there's a wall not finished well, and I'm going to tear down this entire house because it is unacceptable. And I think that's the mistake. It might be cheaper to drive. It might be. How about this? I've asked, but it has not made an issue that occurs last year was addressed and was way better this year. Guys that complained last year were happy about it this year. Yeah. The complaint, I'm assuming, Mike, was the lighting. And we worked with the museum, and the museum was like, whatever you guys want, we'll get better lighting. And they got the lighting done. Get a nice trip also. It is. I'd love to visit Texas. Not right now, but I'd love to visit Texas again. All right, let's see if we can get something done today. Let's get the old marker out. Nope. I can fill you in. Oh, wow. So we did something else good too. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, Mike, we'll talk on Sunday. Are you talking about me? I don't know. I'm not talking about you. Are we talking about him? I don't think so. Spent a bit of time in the museum. Not only is it fantastic, but it has AC. I know. Some of the shortcomings I can't do anything with. I had a couple people. It's like, man, it's really hot in here. It's like, and what would you like me to do? You want me to blow on you? I mean, no offense. I can't fix that part of it. That part I can't fix. Do I have my glasses? I can't tell if I took the glasses off. Yes, I took the glasses because I'm still wearing my tiara. Yeah. Anyway. And I'm going to I think I'm going to leave it with this final thought. You know, and this is kind of like the crux of a lot of this for me. So I'm sure everybody this weekend who attended probably heard from me. I am good and goddamn done with competitions. Competitions have always created the most amount of pain. As soon people, oh, I don't like the way this one came out. I don't, GBWC, you got somebody going all nutso over that. You know what? And end it. It's like if competitions are going to create this kind of chaos, stop with the fucking competitions. In fact, when people were asking me, like, what categories, I was like, I don't know. I really don't care. Yes, I'm going to judge, but I really don't care. Put a model wherever you want. It'll be judged. It'll be fine. Or you want to put on this, great, do what. Why don't we go talk about the kids make and take? Why, hey, have you been up to the seminar area? Hey, why don't you go check out the vendors? Hey, I'm so happy you're here. Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing. That's what matters. But we tend to focus on the competition. And I'm, what was it that the Move On organization says? Move on. But I'm not doing the drive twice. Stay over next time. Not at my place. It's probably a different Nick. It's fine. Go back to sanding. Nice. It was nice. Was nicer. There was no one there the night before. Oh yeah, I was totally dead quiet. Right. I'm trying to make coffee to sand over. That's being proactive and sufficient is an important thing to do. Feeling hot, get a fan and fan yourself. Yeah, I agree. And here's the thing: it's an outdoor space. It's a hangar. I heard from a couple people a little too much. It's like, it's really hot in here. It's really hot in here. I don't know what you want me to do. Front doors open, the hangar doors are open. This is about as much airflow as you're going to get. It was what, in the 80s? I'm sorry. I no longer really go to anime cons. Yeah. It's the first time I was able to walk so close to the planes. I know, it's lovely, isn't it? The dinners we had were great. Hotel conversations until 2 a.m. were great. Oh, man, I'm sure. Meeting everyone from here, over the moon. Yeah, absolutely. It's hot in here. I feel like a good amount of people have never been outside for a long period of time. I would not disagree. Had a good day, George. A good day, everyone. Back to Ty. I think. All right. Take it easy, Tony. We'll talk to you soon, brother. Let's put the glasses on. Let's punch some holes. Yeah, I'm going to be bailing here in about 5 minutes. Okay. Because I forgot, let's measure. So this wire. Free X body spray with entry. Yeah. It's a great meeting. Everyone. Yeah. Though it was harder for me to distinguish people as almost everyone had a beard and was white. There's a scene in the original MASH TV series that Pat Morita was starring in. I remember this thing distinctly because it just, to this day, and I haven't watched that episode in 40 years, maybe 30 years. Pat Morita, he is playing a Vietnamese colonel, I think. And, you got a couple of people around MASH and they're like, hey, have you seen so-and-so? And he turns around and he says, I don't know, all you white people look alike. And the way he said that was hilarious. I almost didn't realize who Ray is. How can you not realize who Ray is? Ray's like stands out. Check my text this morning when you get a chance, George. Just a quick cap on everything. Okay. I think I did a follow-up, didn't I? Did you reply to my follow-up? The gentleman introduced me to head card judge. He be at GraniteCon? Do you know? Right? That's Roy. I don't know. Anything I need to help follow up with, Mike? Well, an idea for the anime con is smell detector. When the alarm goes off, you have to dip yourself in disinfectant. Yeah. This pool was brought to you by D-Doll. There's probably some truth to that. We'll chat next week. Sounds like a plan, Mike. Sounds like a plan. Oh, there it is. Perfect. That pool is going to be mighty big then. Oh, yeah. Mighty big pool. Anyway, guys, I kind of felt like I needed to rant a little bit about this. And only because, again, I'm not saying what happened was right or wrong. This is not the issue. And I'm really not, in some ways, I'm really not trying to, like I said, litigate this situation here. I guess what I'm trying to get at is nothing is perfect. And when you damn everything because of one incident that you don't like, that's an unfortunate situation, right? This is, and maybe, kind of roundtabling this or rounding this conversation out. This is kind of what we talk about here. Look, we're going to have disagreements. We're going to disagree on certain things, right? That doesn't mean we vilify each other. This is part of the becoming a mature person, in my opinion. And guys, I do mean that. And I know that you guys, I'm an immature guy, or what I'm getting at is we're adults. We're adult humans. We have our likes and our dislikes, the things that make us upset to some incredible end. But we cannot forget that we are imperfect, and we have to continue to just strive to just at least come to an understanding. We don't always have to come to agreement, but we at least have to come to an understanding that everything is fine. And it's not worth going to war over something like, did a model get picked up or not? Mike, it comes with the territory, which is another reason why. I'm going to table that. You and I will have a conversation on Sunday. I should make a pair of smart glasses that can pop the name in person if you are. Oh, I'd love to see that. Tom, you develop that thing? Man, it'll be great. It's hard. Oh, and by the way, Mike, it wasn't one Facebook post. It's hard when everyone goes by handle online. Then most humans. Exactly. I think I saw Dwayne, but didn't get a chance to say hi. It's okay to disagree. That makes me and you. Exactly. If you didn't notice, there was a lot of people that had light hair, some interesting t-shirt, white, and some sort of beard. Yeah, I'm still super confused about who's who. That's all right, Peter. Dude, I force myself to learn people names because I know it's like and it takes me time sometimes. All right, let's see what happens when I try to slip these guys in. We may have to go to 1. I think we're going to go to 1. Full bore 1 mil. The show was great. To have the whole show being distilled to a photograph is hurtful. The show was not what the photo was represented. Exactly. So wear a Gundam shirt, so there was some sort of indicator. We need name tags with our online names. Oh, that, Ray, excellent suggestion. I would agree. Let's next year, if we recall all this stuff, let's plan on doing something like that. It's easy to recognize me and say, oh, well, yeah. I have a tattoo of Shar family crests on my forearm. Nice. We should have done a group photo for the people on this chat. Yes. And next year we will definitely do something like that. I totally agree. We did one for the Gumpla group, but I think you're 100% right, Peter, that we should probably do something for the AmFam. The AmFam attendees. Yeah, good call. Boing. Okay, so I lied. I'm going to be here a little bit longer. I wanted to get at least something done on this model. No. We got close to that. Remember, it's important. It is time to write it down. Damn you, Edwin. You're right. Somebody write it down. Okay. So we've got the wires now fitting inside. What I now have to do is now trim back to the appropriate length for this thing. And I will work on that tomorrow. So holes are there. We're ready to go. All right. And with that, my friends, it is time for me to head them up and move them out. That's when I take you to take over the world. Exactly. Take it easy, Joe. Enjoy the rest of your day, brother. George, do I need to remind you about the name tag next year? Probably. Unless somebody else here writes it down. Okay, fine. Do I have my pad of paper? Oh, I moved my pad. No, it's right there. Oh, my God. That still got stuck inside. All right, so we are going to name tags. Later, guys. Later, Nick. Later, Tom. Later, Mike. I think we have to pick up George wearing magnifiers. You probably do. So anyway, all right, guys. Stay safe and stay sane. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Again, to the point we're trying to make, there's always going to be people who want to knock things down and to just to snatch defeat out of victory, and it's always going to happen. But continue to go out there and do good. Look at the bright side of things, not always the negative and the bad. But go out there and show kindness, love, and respect for others. Do good. Enjoy. I'll be back on tomorrow. Enjoy, and I will catch you on the flip, guys. Peace.